According to Chuck Collins' article, The Student Debt Time Bomb, college tuition has risen well over 1,000% since the 1970s. The average college graduate from 2010 to 2011 has over $24,000 in student loan debt. So you should help them reduce college tuition rates so they have less to pay for in loan debt. Because there are risks for going into debt for borrowing money for college to pay for your degree. And then we'll propose a solution and see the benefits of that solution. So, what's risky about college debt? Well, according to Collins in his article, he says in some states, student debtors who fall into default can have their professional certificates taken away from them, and they can even lose their driver's license. He says that imagine that borrowing money to pay for a nursing or cosmetology degree, and then having that source of livelihood revoked from you. And Jim Pazangera from the LA Times, using a quote from former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, says that student college graduates cannot even buy a home because of the amount of debt that they have from paying for college. And some of these colleges, they charge up to $51,300 per year for tuition rate alone. That's a lot of money to pay back if you don't get very many scholarships and grants. And according to Josh Friedman from Forbes from 2014, paying back that debt rests solely on you, the borrower. And that debt will not be discharged. You have to pay it back, no matter what. So it might not seem even worth it to, risk falling into default and having that very degree you paid for with loans taken away from you. But my solution is to reduce tuition rates. One way to do that, according to William Bradshaw of the Huffington Post, is to reduce the really high rates that college athletic coaches and college presidents are paid. They would still be paid a pretty decent amount, just not as much as they are right now. And according to Bradshaw, that money that is reduced from their salaries will be used to make scholarships and grants for those students who need them, so they won't have to take out so much in loans. Another way, according to Bradshaw, for reducing tuition rate for students is to reduce the luxurious item spending for colleges, because that money can also be used for scholarships and grants for the students, so they won't have to take out so much loan money. And according to Vanessa McGrady, another way to reduce your college tuition rate is to take advantage of the in-state tuition rates that offered at the colleges in your state versus going out of state and paying much higher rates of tuition for going to the college. She also suggests saving up money before you go to college so that you'll have less to pay back when you go into college, and so you'll have less to take out for loans. And once you've taken these measures to reduce your tuition rate, you'll have way less debt to pay than if you hadn't taken these measures. So the benefits of living with lower college debt, well, for one, you'll be less stressed about payments, about paying them on time, and you'll feel better about going all the way through to the end of college, finishing and getting that degree so that you can pay back those payments and not have to worry about paying them back because you have so much college debt before you graduate. But you'll feel better about going all the way through instead of dropping out, and because you've already racked up so much debt. And you'll feel better about doing well or doing even better in your college classes, so that because you won't be distracted with stress and worry about paying them back. With less stress, less worry, you're more motivated to go through college all the way, to get all your classes done and finished well, and you'll have less debt to pay and less chance of getting that degree taken away from you and not being able to buy a home. Doesn't seem worth it to take those extra measures just to make sure you have a better future, better credit, and you won't have to worry about college as much, and you won't have to worry about going through and finishing just because of that debt. Doesn't it seem worth it to not have that as high of a risk due to failure of paying on time? Well, my call to you is to take advantage of every opportunity to reduce the amount of college tuition you and future college students will have to pay. College presidents, reduce the amount of money you spend on luxurious items and use that money for scholarships and grants for the students who need them, so they won't have to take out so much in loans and having to drop out of your classes. And you, the student, take advantage of every opportunity for scholarships and grants presented so that you won't have to take as much out in loans. And take advantage of those in-state tuition rates so that you will also have less. If you go out of state, you will have higher tuition rates in some schools. Do everything in your power to help reduce those tuition rates. Now, I'm not saying do not make it free, as that would raise taxes enormously on people who do not attend college, maybe even those who do attend colleges and pay taxes. So I am now calling you to help reduce that amount of college tuition. Reduce it. Don't make it free, but reduce it. Thank you.